Gmail Part 6, How to Set Gmail Options. This tutorial shows how to change many Gmail options that were not covered in the previous tutorials in this series. When you click the Settings gear wheel, this screen pops up. Now, you can change the display density, which means how much spacing there is between these things, maybe the text size, things like that. But you can only change it subject to what the window size currently is, what kind of monitor you have, and what kind of browser you're using. So if you want to change these and you find you can't change them, first try increasing your window size on your display. Then see if you can change them. They may or may not change back when you reduce the window size, but you need to experiment with those to find out what you like. It's set right now on comfortable. And notice it didn't really change when I went to compact. It has selected a display size based on how big this window is and in the browser and the display resolution. So it's a little tricky to change that setting. Unless you have a problem with the way it's being displayed, you might just want to leave that one alone. I'm not going to go into this one. The only one I'm going to go into, well, you can ask for help in various things in Gmail by clicking here, like every program in the world. If you click Settings, though, you go into the main settings screen where you can change Gmail options. Again, there's a lot of these things. So let's see. You can set the number of contacts per page that get listed, and I think I have it set to the maximum. Yeah. So you can always scroll if they don't fit. So just set it to the maximum. Don't have it break them up into little groups. Too much trouble. Conversation view, you can try it on and off. It groups messages depending on who's sending emails to who back and forth. Now, desktop notifications, if you have Gmail open in the Chrome browser, there's a feature called desktop notifications you can turn on. And then, if those programs are open, even if they're minimized, it'll pop up a thing on the screen to tell you when you get an email. Now, if you get as many emails as I do, you wouldn't want to use that option even if you were using Google Chrome. So you can play with it, but remember, you have to open the browser in Google Chrome. Keyboard shortcuts, I leave them off just so they don't interfere with a lot of the programs I'm using. You can change your picture it's a Google profile picture, I believe. So you can change the picture by clicking here. And people will see that if they hover over if they're using Gmail and they hover over an email you sent them. It's kind of a nice feature. Now, vacation responder. If you have the vacation responder turned on and a message here, you could put in a message like, "Hi burglars, I'm gone until, October the 4th. Make sure you've stolen all my stuff by then." I really don't see the reason to put a vacation responder message out there. If you're a business, maybe. If you're a person with an individual house, I would strongly recommend you not use a vacation responder message. For the same reason, I wouldn't change my phone message to say, "I will be gone for the next 3 weeks." Because any number of people call your house, "Oh, going to be gone 3 weeks. Let's go take everything out of it while they're gone." So don't use features like that. If you make any changes on this page, remember you have to click Save Changes. Now, we've already talked about how to set up filters. I'm not going to talk about features in accounts and such where it'll let you read other email accounts. Other email accounts you have that maybe aren't Gmail. It'll let you read them into your Gmail inbox so that you can see all your emails in one place. I recommend you do that because Gmail is a very easy way to read emails. Now let's just take a quick look at some things we didn't talk about on labels earlier. You can select, there's a system labels. I would suggest you leave all those alone. But what you can do on the ones you set up is, do I want to show it in the label list? Here's one I set up. Yes, I want to show it in the label list, but you can say, I only want to show it if I have unread messages in it. It won't even appear in this list here unless it has unread messages. I show them unless I have too many of them, and it always shows you how many unread messages are in each one. So you don't have to open any of them that don't have any unread messages in them. So you have that option. You can show it all the time. You can hide it all the time. And if you hide it all the time, you have the More button down here that will show it when you click that. So if you wanted to shorten the list just because it's too long, number one, you can say show if unread on the ones you set up. Number two, you can start hiding them if there's still too many. So anyway, there are those options to control whether your labels are showing or not. And that's everything that we really need to say about the labels. I think we're through with the general list. If you really want to know more about these things, chatting in particular, if you want to know more about those things, use the Gmail help or just Google on the internet at large for help in those areas. I don't really do chats. It's kind of a real-time email exchange back and forth with one person or a group of people, I guess. Other than that, I think we've covered everything you really need to know about Gmail to be able to use it effectively. So that's the end of this tutorial, and thanks for watching.